Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Gonna be giving you my player ratings from our 3-0 win against Brighton yesterday night in the Carabao Cup 4th round. So I'm gonna give Dean Henderson a 8 out of 10. Dean Henderson made a couple of good saves in the game to deny Trossard and Jahan backs. I knew that Dean Henderson would have started that game yesterday night. In the 3rd round against Luton, he made his full debut for the club. And I think Solskjaer needs to put Dean Henderson in net for the game against Tottenham on Sunday, but I don't think he's going to do that. I think Solskjaer needs to put Dean Henderson as our number 1 because I think Dean Henderson is now reliable enough to become our number 1 goalkeeper. He has got that experience behind him. Don't forget he did endure 2 successful loans with Sheffield United. We got Dean Henderson at the age of 14, so he has been part of the club for several years. And a few weeks ago, he committed his long-term future with Man United because he signed a 6-year deal with the club worth 120 grand a week. Diego Dalot, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. I thought he was inconsistent, Diego Dalot. Didn't really get forward much. Nullified Brighton's attack on a couple of occasions. You know, Diego Dalot is one of the players that's linked with a move away from Manchester United. You know, Damasio recently said that AC Milan had made a loan offer for him. Fabrizio Romano had said that there's an option to buy included. Everton, Barcelona and PSG have also been in for Dalot. I'm actually surprised that Dalot was selected because you've obviously got Wan-Bissaka, that's our first choice right back, and you've obviously got Timothy Fosu-Mensah, that's our backup right back. That was Dalot's first appearance this season. Dalot has been at the football club now a couple of years. We got him in Jose Mourinho's final transfer window. We paid £19 million for him from Porto. He has got a contract with us until 2023. Eric Bay, he's going to get a 7 out of 10. Bay had a very, very good game. His composure was very, very good. Showed that ability to play out from the back. Showed very good pace and also made some very, very good challenges. And I think Bay will get a lot more game time this season. And I prefer him, to Victor Lindelof because he's a better centre-half than Victor Lindelof. But my only element of concern about Bay is that he is injury-prone. Victor Lindelof, now, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He did very, very well, Lindelof, to be quite honest with you. He looks better alongside Eric Bay than he has done alongside Harry Maguire, to be fair. But I still don't think he's good enough to represent Manchester United, Victor Lindelof. Brandon Williams, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. I don't think Brandon Williams was too good, to be quite honest with you. Brandon Williams was the one that set up Odi and Ighalo. Ighalo had that great chance, rounded the goalkeeper, but hit the side netting. Defensively did okay at times and dealt with Jahan backs on a couple of occasions, but he didn't really show much attacking intent. As it stands at the moment, Brandon Williams is our backup left back. He does wear the number 33 now for Manchester United. He's the first player to wear the number 33 since Paddy McNair. And not so long ago, Brandon Williams signed a 4-year contract with the club. Fred, he's going to get a 5 out of 10. I thought Fred gave the ball away far too many times, especially in that first half, and looked too exposed at times. I don't think he had a great game, to be honest with you. I still think, that Fred has improved under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. We did get Fred in Jose Mourinho's final transfer window. We paid £52 million for him from Shakhtar Donetsk. And a few weeks ago, there was rumours of Fred possibly leaving the football club because Galatasaray were interested in him. Also, too, Roma were interested in him. But Fred had come out and said that he wanted to stay at Manchester United and he wants to be an essential player and win trophies for the club. Fred's still got a contract with us until 2023. Scott McTominay, he's going to get a 6 out of 10. He wasn't brilliant, McTominay, let's be honest. He did score the first goal, obviously. But I just think, McTominay was too safe in possession. His positioning was also poor. So there's still aspects of McTominay's game that's got to improve. Was it just after the first lockdown, McTominay had signed a 5-year contract with Manchester United? Donny van der Beek, he's going to get a 7 out of 10. Donny van der Beek, yet again, had a good game. Obviously, got the assist for Juan Mata's second goal. It was a lovely little flick, by the way, from Donny van der Beek. Donny van der Beek has enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career. Did very, very well in the 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa in pre-season. Made his debut there for the club. Did well in our opening day defeat to Crystal Palace. Came on and scored in his Premier League debut. Also did well in the Luton game in the third round of the Carabao Cup. And did well in the game at the weekend against Brighton. We got Donny van der Beek in a deal worth £40 million. And Donny van der Beek signed a 5-year deal with the club. And there's also an option of a further year. But I also thought Donny van der Beek had some very good touches in the game. Solskjaer's come out and said that he's considering changing his position and putting him as a left winger. Juan Mata, he's going to get a 9 out of 10. For me, Juan Mata was man of the match. Obviously, Mata got his name on the score sheet. Obviously, got the assist for McTominay's goal from that set piece. Juan Mata has now scored 50 goals for Manchester United, I think. Is it in all competitions? And Solskjaer has assured that Juan Mata will get more chances. And Solskjaer's revealed, though, he hasn't had any discussions with Juan Mata. Whether he's going to leave or not. I think he'll stay at Manchester United for at least this season. But Juan Mata doesn't get a lot of chances now, but like I mentioned, when he does make an impact. Juan Mata's been a long-serving player at Man United. He must have been here now a good 6.5 years. We got him from Chelsea back in 2014 for just under £40 million. He also did well in the Luton game, got his name on the score sheet as well. Daniel James, he's going to get a 4 out of 10. I thought Daniel James was very, very poor. Very poor when he received the ball. Couldn't get any runs in behind whatsoever. And I think Daniel James has been poor now for quite some time. There's rumours of obviously Daniel James leaving the football club. I think if we do sign a winner, we will allow Daniel James to go out on loan. Leeds United are the ones that have been interested in Daniel James. It says the other week they were preparing to put around the £12 million bidding for him. Leeds have obviously inquired about getting him on loan. Don't forget, back in January 2019, Leeds United came very close to getting him. But we got him in June last year in a deal worth £18 million. Daniel James signed a 5-year deal with the club with an option of a further year. Daniel James can play on the left, he can also play on the right, but in the vast majority of the games when we've played him, we've put him on that right-hand side, but he's supposed to be more effective from the left. But Daniel James was recently saying that he wants to stay at Manchester United and he wants to fight for his place. Odion Ighalo, Gonna give him a 5 out of 10. Again, I don't think he was too good, Ousane Ighalo. Didn't really get a lot of service, did he, in that final third. I think at times some of his hold-up play was okay. Like I said, you know, he had that great chance in the first half, did Ighalo. I think Ighalo will stay with us until his loan expires. Just after the first lockdown, we extended Ousane Ighalo's loan until January 2021. And don't forget, last season, he was our top goal scorer in the FA Cup, was Ousane Ighalo. Marcus Rashford, he obviously came on in the game, made an impact, so I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Rashford was the one that actually won the free kick for the third goal. I think Rashford is definitely the foreseeable future for Manchester United. Obviously, you know, he's been a United player since the age of 7 and he's been in our senior squad since 2016 and since then has become an integral part of our team. So I think Rashford's been with us now around 15 years. Not so long ago, recovered from an ankle injury. Last season, don't forget, he had that back injury for us, so he was out for a few months. Paul Pogba, he's going to get an 8 out of 10. He obviously come on and made an impact and scored the goal from that free kick. Didn't it come off the post, that free kick goal? But it's good that he did well because I don't think Paul Pogba's had a great start to the season. He was poor in the Crystal Palace game, gave the ball away far too many times. Weren't so good in the Brighton game at the weekend either. But I thought towards the end of last season, Paul Pogba made a fantastic impact and his combination with Bruno Fernandes was very, very good. I said recently, didn't I? You know, there is a lot of uncertainty regarding Paul Pogba's future. But I think he will stay at the club for this season. I think we have got to get him a long-term contract at the club to end the uncertainty over his future. As it stands at the moment, Pogba's just got under a year left on his Man United contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for a further year. As it stands at the moment, Pogba's our most expensive signing because we paid £89 million for him. His agent, Mini Raiola, I think was it a few weeks ago, he said that Paul Pogba wants to stay at Man United and he will hold talks over a new contract. A few weeks before the end of last season, it said that Pogba was close to signing a 5-year deal. For the vast majority of last season, though, didn't really have a perception on Pogba because he was out with that ankle injury. Sustained a few injuries as a Man United player, but this season is his 5th season at the club since he rejoined from Juventus. Jesse Lingard, don't think he made the best of impacts when he came on, so he's going to get a 5 out of 10. Lingard is another player that's been linked to a move away from Manchester United. I think Lingard's representatives have held negotiations with clubs in England. It said the other week that Tottenham were interested in Lingard and they were planning to put around the £30 million bid in. And Jose Mourinho's obviously keen on reuniting with the player. I think Lingard's just got under a year left on his Man United contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for a further year. But Lingard has been part of the club for several years. So yeah, that is your player ratings. But we did make around 10 changes from the 3-2 win against Brighton at the weekend. We rested quite a few players, didn't we? Obviously, you know, David De Gea was rested. Obviously, you know, David De Gea has been a long-serving player at Manchester United. You know, I think this is now his 10th season at the football club. De Gea has made 400-odd appearances for us in all competitions. 300-odd of those appearances have come in the Premier League. Let's put into the equation, he has won everything domestically at the football club and he has won individual awards reflecting on his good run of performances. It was only last September, was it? David De Gea signed a 4-year deal with the club worth £375,000 a week. But De Gea will stay with us for at least another season. You know, we could possibly sell him next summer. We paid just over £18 million for him from Atletico Madrid back in 2011. When De Gea does eventually leave Manchester United, I think he will go back to Spain. I really, really do. And Wan-Bissaka, he was obviously arrested yesterday. But I think he'll start the game against Tottenham on Sunday. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka is our first choice right back. The only thing that Wan-Bissaka has to improve on is attacking intent, because that's what he's lacking at the moment. But I think Wan-Bissaka's defensive contributions always been very, very good. Harry Maguire, he was rested yesterday. I heard that he had some kind of injury, Harry Maguire. Solskjaer's already made his decision on Maguire. He made it at the start of this season that, you know, he will remain Manchester United captain. Obviously, this is Harry Maguire's second season at the club. As it stands at the moment, Harry Maguire is the second most expensive sign at the club and the most expensive centre-half in the world. Luke Shaw, he was also arrested yesterday, like I said he would be. As it stands at the moment, Luke Shaw is our first choice left-back. My only element of concern about Luke Shaw is injury prone. Not so long ago, he recovered from an ankle injury. Matic, he obviously was rested. He wasn't involved in the game. I thought he might have been involved in the game, Matic, to be honest with you. Bruno Fernandes, he obviously was rested. But yeah, he will be playing in the game on Sunday against Tottenham, I presume. I think Bruno Fernandes has definitely made the difference in the team since his arrival from Sporting Lisbon in January. I think last season Bruno Fernandes won some Matt Busby Player of the Season. I think he must have won Premier League Player of the Month like 3 times, reflecting on his good run of performances. We got Bruno Fernandes in a deal worth £55 million from Sporting Lisbon, didn't we? Mason Greenwood, he was also arrested yesterday. I think definitely Mason Greenwood is the foreseeable future for Manchester United. Don't forget, just before this season started, we had a few issues with Mason Greenwood, didn't we? And I think Solskjaer held private negotiations with Greenwood regarding his private life. Mason Greenwood is now our number 11. He's the 4th player to wear the number 11 for Manchester United, isn't he? Don't forget. Martial, he was also arrested yesterday, wasn't he? And I think Martial has done very, very well under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. Last season he was exceptional. But I thought Martial was very, very good in his debut season under the Louis van Gaal era. Martial's obviously endured 5 years at the club. You know, we got him from Monaco back in 2015 for around £36 million. We know now that he obviously plays in that number 9. So he plays centrally. But he's very effective in that central position, even though that isn't his predominant position, Martial's. Because for the vast majority of his Man United career, he's obviously played out wide. So there you go. But yeah, a very, very good win for Manchester United yesterday. It's the second time we've beaten Brighton within a week. And we have progressed to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Which is very, very good. And I think, the Carabao Cup is a priority for Manchester United because it is a chance for us getting some silverware on the board. And I said that's one of our expectations this season, to win a trophy, because we've not yet won out in terms of silverware under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. And Solskjaer's been at the club now almost 2 years, and we haven't won a trophy for over 3 years. Now, the last time we won the League Cup was back in 2017, under the Jose Mourinho era. We won it on 4 occasions under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, so we've won the League Cup around 5 times in total. Don't forget, we got to the semi-finals of the League Cup last season. But I expected us to beat Brighton anyway, but the game was totally contrast to the one at the weekend, wasn't it? Yeah. But I think now that's our 3rd win of the season. We've played 4 games so far. Obviously, lost to Palace, beat Luton, beat Brighton in the league, and beat Brighton yesterday. So that's 3 wins in total. Our next game is Tottenham on Sunday, and that's going to be a difficult game for Manchester United. It's the first hard game we've got, I should say. You know, Solskjaer's going to be meeting. This is going to be, the third meeting between Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Jose Mourinho. And Solskjaer's already beaten Jose Mourinho once as Manchester United manager, because we beat Tottenham last season at home 2-1. It was obviously 1-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Jose Mourinho will be reuniting yet again with Manchester United. And like I've said to you though, Tottenham have got some good players now, and they've also done good transfer business. You know, they've brought the likes of Reguilon in, they brought Bale back, they brought Holberg in, they brought Joe Hart in. They brought Doherty in. They brought Kyle Walker-Peters in. There's obviously other players they've brought in recent years. You know, don't forget they brought Jedson Fernandez in, Steven Bergwijn, Giovanni Lo Celso. They got him permanently. You know, they've obviously got Ryan Sessegnon. So Mourinho has made quite a few signings since he became Tottenham manager. Obviously, Tottenham have let a few players go. Don't forget, back in January, was it? They let Christian Eriksen go after he endured 7 years with Tottenham. They let Danny Rose also go on loan to Newcastle, was it? They've got other good players, you know. They've obviously got Kane, who I really, really like. Don't forget, went in for him before. They've got Heung-min Son, who I rate. They've got Lucas Moura. Dele Alli, also very, very good. They've got Tanguy Ndombele, who I think is Tottenham's most expensive signing, or one of their most expensive signings. So we have got to win the game on Sunday against Tottenham. Now, I want to delve into some news on transfers. So let's start with the news on Chris Smalling. So according to David Ornstein from The Athletic, Roma are close to signing Chris Smalling permanently. Now, Roma are preparing to put a new bid in of around 13.5 million. Roma have already submitted one bid already. I think they offered around £12 million, but Man United had turned this down. We revealed our asking price for Chris Smalling. We want around £18 million. Smalling wants to go to Roma. You know, last season he was out on loan with Roma, wasn't he? It was Chris Smalling. And he was a revelation, to be fair. Solskjaer did reveal during our Europa League campaign that he was in regular contact with Smalling, and he said at that point, though, he does still have a future at Manchester United. Smalling's been at the club now, is it 10 years or so? Because we actually got him under the Sir Alex Ferguson era back in 2010 from Fulham. I think Inter Milan have been considering making a move for him. I heard that Newcastle have also been interested in Smalling as well. But yeah, he can't get in our team now, can he? So that's the breaking news on him. Now, I want to delve into some news on Ousane Dembele. So, Ousane Dembele to Manchester United is definitely on. And now Ousane Dembele is open to joining Manchester United because he has doubts over his Barcelona future. Barcelona are looking to sell Ousane Dembele so they can obviously get Memphis Depay from Lyon. Now, Sky Sports did recently say that we was in advanced talks to sign Ousane Dembele. We're obviously looking to get him on loan with the option to buy. I think Ousane Dembele would probably cost us around £50 million. And we're seeing him as an alternative. Well, one of the alternatives to Sancho. My only element of concern about Ousane Dembele is that he is injury prone. Sustained quite a lot of injuries since he became a Barcelona player. He's made 75 appearances for Barcelona in all competitions. Still under contract with them till 2022. Barcelona got him for £135 million from Dortmund back in 2017. Barca must have paid like 96, 97 million up front, with the rest of it in add-ons. But I thought Ousane Dembele was good during his time at Dortmund, and before he was at Dortmund, he was at Rennes. He is only the age of 23. He can play as a left winger, a right winger, and he can also play as a striker. Fabrizio Romano, by the way, has just spoken about Ousane Dembele, And he says that he's already said no to a loan move to Liverpool. He said no to a permanent move to Juventus last June. So there's a good chance that we could get him on the board, but still a cheaper solution than Sancho. Now, I want to delve into some news on Jadon Sancho, by the way. Jadon Sancho believes his move to Manchester United will happen before the transfer window closes. And Jadon Sancho has told his agent to do everything he can to ensure his move to Manchester United goes through. So basically, Jadon Sancho is forcing the move. Now, Sancho has agreed personal terms with Man United, and he's agreed a 5-year contract worth £340,000 a week. But no fee has yet come to an agreement. Borussia Dortmund's valuation is £108 million. We've not been determined to meet what they're demanding, and throughout the course of this Jadon Sancho transfer saga, it has been Borussia Dortmund's asking price that has been the stumbling block. Because they're aiming ruthless over their valuation. Now, we recently had an offer turned down for Sancho. I think we've had 2 bids turned down for him. It said from Sky Sports a couple of days ago that we had a £91.3 million bid rejected by Dortmund for Sancho. So we'd offered like 73 million up front with 18 million in add-ons. That had been accepted. That had made Sancho our most expensive signing and the most expensive English player in history. Now, Dortmund played yesterday in the Super Cup, German Super Cup against Bayern Munich. Sancho was withdrawn from the squad, wasn't he? Marco Reus, who currently plays for Dortmund, he recently said that Sancho is staying for another year. He's saying the exact same thing as what Sebastian Kehl said, Lucien Favre and Michael Zorg, and they're all obviously part of Borussia Dortmund. But Solskjaer's held quite a few conversations with Sancho, and Solskjaer's confident that we can get the deal over the line. So that's the breaking news on him. I give you the news, didn't I, on Edison Cavani yesterday. You know, Man United is still looking to get him. There's rumours saying that we could get Luka Jovic on loan from Real Madrid. So there has been so many players on our agenda. But the transfer deadline is on Monday. And so far, Manchester United have only made one signing, and that was Donny van der Beek. But we need a couple of more signings, don't we? Because there's teams around us that have been doing very, very good recruitment. And for a while, departures have proven to be difficult, not only making signings. The recent player to leave Manchester United was Andres Pereira, because he went to Lazio. It says we could sell up to 7 players. You know, I hope we can sell a couple of more players at least before this transfer window shuts. So we've also got to focus on the outgoings as well. But for the lack of transfer activity, you know, the blame stems from the board, because I think up until this point they haven't backed Solskjaer enough, and I think Solskjaer deserves more backing as Manchester United manager. I really, really do, and hopefully he gets that backing now. The vast majority of blame stems from the Glazers, because the Glazers were the one that brought Ed Woodward in. They also brought that Matt Judge in, and some people think he's accountable for the failure of transfers. So you can understand Solskjaer's frustration, you know. But if Solskjaer is to remain Manchester United manager, he's obviously got to exceed his expectations this season. That will be to finish in the top 4 and win a trophy. If he doesn't do this, then he could possibly get sacked as Manchester United manager. This is Solskjaer's second full season at the club, don't forget. I always said he needed another season because it is a transition period, and it has been a transition period for a while, hasn't it? But last season was his first full season at the club, and to be fair, did well. Exceeded most of his expectations. Obviously got us to 3 semi-finals. Guided us to a 3rd place finish, which was good. And we also got qualification for the Champions League. And at the first part of last season, don't forget, we enjoyed our worst start ever to a Premier League season. At that point, Solskjaer was very close to getting sacked as Manchester United manager. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. There will be another video coming up later on. Your Tottenham preview will be coming up sometime tomorrow. So alright guys, take care, God bless, see you all again soon.